Hi again, first grade. I have another book for you. This one is fascinating to me. It's a lot of fun. It's called The Alphabet of Peculiar Creatures. It has from A to Z, even though we have some creatures we have never heard of, every single one of them in this book, I believe, is a real type of animal. And we've just talked about animals in our habitat study. So let's see if we can figure out the habitats of some of these animals, all right? The alphabet of peculiar creatures. Does anybody know what that is? A is for axolotl. Axolotl is an amphibian and it's related to frogs and toads. They come in many colors. How's that better? They come in many colors, from black and gold and even pale pink with red eyes. Axolotls can regrow injured body parts, including limbs, their spine, and even parts of their brain. Oh, we had an animal that was similar to that we talked about that lives in the ocean. It was called a sea star. You're right. In the Aztec language, atl means water, and shalado means dog. So axolotl is the canine Aztec god. So the word axolotl means water dog. Aiden loves looking at pictures of axolotls. That's how you say it. Axolotl. Axolotl. B is for binturong. Binturong. Binturongs are also known as bear cats. They are native to Southeast Asia, and they give off a strong smell to humans that humans think smells like buttered popcorn. Miss Ford knows someone that actually had a binturong in their barn for a couple of years. It lived on a big, big log across a couple of things, barn stalls. C is for caracal. These are wildcats that are found in Africa and parts of Asia, and they can jump into the air and knock down 10 birds in mid-flight. So they can jump up and just grab a bird. Amazing. D is for Draco. Dracos are lizards that live in the jungle of Southeast Asia. They're also known as flying dragons. Draco, dragon, flying dragon. They have extendable ribs and wings, and that lets them glide through the air when the wings are extended. A Draco can travel up to 30 feet, so he can fly probably from like one tree to another. Dracos mostly eat ants and termites. Look at the little ant going, oh no! E is for ermine. Ermines are have brown coats in the summer, which turn to white coats in the winter. What kind of habitat do you think they live in? What else has a white coat in the winter? An Arctic fox and the snowy owl. What else? Does anybody remember what else? A lemming. F is for the frigate bird. The frigate bird, the male has a red pouch under its neck, and it inflates it to impress the female bird. Look at her, she's saying, I'm impressed. See how he's blowing it up bubble? Can you think of another animal that can blow a big bubble like that? G is for, oh my gosh, look at this. Grimpoteuthis. What do you think of that word? The Grimpoteuthis is also known as a Dumbo octopus, as it is thought that it looks a little bit like elephants. And they live in the deepest part of the sea, and they can change the color of their skin to match their surroundings. The average size of a Grimpoteuthis is 8 to 12 inches, and the largest one that was ever recorded was almost 6 feet tall. That's taller than Miss Ford. That's probably as tall as like Mr. Springer or Mr. Cook. Well, anyone that's taller than Miss Ford, I think, is very tall. So look at that, Grimpoteuthis. So it looks kind of like an octopus. H is for Hyrax. These little mammals might look like big rats, but they actually share ancestors with elephants. Hyrax and elephants have similar teeth and toes and skulls. That's a Hyrax. I is for Indri. Indri are a type of lemur, and they're only found in Madagascar. They make an eerie wailing sound that can be heard up to 1.25 miles away. Ooh, did you ever hear a howling sound from 1.5 miles away, or 1.25 miles? Indri. It does look a lot like a lemur, doesn't it? J is for Jerboa. Jerboa, these creatures live in deserts of North Africa and Asia, and they don't drink water. And instead, they get their moisture from plants and insects. So they get it from what they eat, so they can live in a dry habitat. That would be something that lives in a desert. K is for Canchil. The Canchil is also called the lesser mouse deer. They are the smallest hooved mammal and are about the same size as a hare. Remember a hare, the difference between a hare and a rabbit? The type of ears, right? So they have a little hair there to compare it to. And so look at how tiny that deer would be. Probably smaller than a chihuahua, maybe like a little dog. L is for lowland. Streaked tenrec. So a lowland streaked tenrec. These strange hedgehog-like creatures are found in Madagascar. Madagascar is popular. Remember, that's an island off of Africa? And they have yellow spines that they rub together to make noises to communicate with each other. How strange. M is for Mara. These large rodents are found in Argentina, and they might look like rabbits, but they are actually a relative of a guinea pig. Has anybody ever seen a guinea pig? Have you? N is for numbat. That's a funny word. Numbats are bushy-tailed creatures found only in Australia, and they have long, sticky tongues that they use to dig up and eat termites. Numbats can eat up to 20,000 termites a day. Numbat. Can you think of another animal that has a long, sticky tongue that it uses to eat insects? Like the anteater? O is for okapi. Okapis are found in Central Africa, and these creatures have smelly feet, and they can lick their own ears. That means their tongue is so long they can stick it out and lick their ears. Can you stick your tongue out and lick your ears? P is for pangolin. Oh boy. These armored creatures roll up into a ball and confuse their predators. Pangolins are covered with large protective scales. So they're kind of like an armadillo. Quokka. A quokka, a Q, is for quokka. Quokkas are small, furry creatures related to kangaroos. They're about the same size as a cat, and they always look like they're smiling. I wonder if quokka would be a fun animal to have around. R is for roseate spoonbill. Roseate spoonbill. And these are bright pink birds that develop spoons at the end of their beak as they grow. They use their bills to sift out small bits of food from the water. Their spoon kind of scoops down in the water, and they kind of go like this and swish their head back and forth, like this, I should show. And they swish their head back and forth, and they strain out things with their bill. It's kind of cool. And what pink bird does it remind you of? What pink bird in our animal studies? I know. Who did that? Somebody did a pink bird. A flamingo. S is for saiga. Saiga are antelopes with very unusual noses. They can run at speeds of up to 15 50 miles an hour. That's faster than we're allowed to drive on Penn Avenue in front of the school. That's twice as fast. T is for tarsier. Tarsiers are tiny primates found in Southeast Asia. They can rotate their heads around the same way as an owl can. Tarsier's large eyes are heavier than its brain. Look at how big his eyes are. Wow. You've probably seen one of those at the zoo. Wakari. U is for wakari. That's a different way to say the sound, right? We're saying it wakari because it's an animal that's a monkey that's found live in the Amazon. They can leap from about over 60 feet from tree to tree. And the redder the male wakari's face is, the more attractive the females think he is. So they're like, ooh, your face is cute if you're all red. V is for Venezuelan poodle moth. What? This furry little moth is very rare, and some people think it's a hoax. Venezuelan poodle moth. That must mean that it's from Venezuela. W is for wolverine. Oh, we studied these in our habitats. Where do they live? Wolverines look like small bears. Do you hear the baby in the background? She likes the wolverine too. Wolverines are like small bears and are super strong and very fierce. They can produce a foul smell the same way that a skunk can. We didn't learn that in our habitat studies about the wolverine. X is for, oh my gosh, what does it look like? Xenopus. A xenopus is a carnivorous frog that eats its own skin. Ew. They think it's tasty. They have slippery skin and black claws on their feet. Xenopus. Yuck. Y is for the yeti crab. Yeti crabs have silky fur covering their claws. They live in the Pacific Ocean and they can grow food in their claws. Ew. Can you grow food in your hands? What about in your feet? Yuck. Z is for zebu. These creatures are a bit like cows, but they're only half as tall and they have a large hump on their upper back. A zebu. The end. We got to Z. What was your favorite creature? Which one did you think was the most interesting? Aiden, like I told you, you guys know about Aiden. He loves to look up axolotls and show me them. I think the first time he heard of one, he might have been in 1st or 2nd grade, but that's something that he really likes. Enjoy. I'll talk to you soon.